Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, February 17th, and time for another episode of HHS In Depth. I'm Jessica Walter.
And I'm Kaylee Behrens. On today's show, we mourn the loss of Mrs. Matheis with a segment over what made her so special to those of us here at Homestead.
Next week's Taste of Homestead event is coming fast, and reporter Becca Malak gets us caught up on what to expect at the event this year.
And Austin Render brings us another sports corner. This week, you'll learn about our Champions Together team, the girls basketball regional championship last weekend, and tonight's boys game at Carroll.
We'll have all those stories as well as weekend weather with Garrett Willis, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth. We begin today's show with a story over Mrs. Matheis, who lost her battle with cancer last week. Reporter Austin Render caught up with some Homestead staff and students that knew her best to hear what made Mrs. Matheis one of a kind.
Last week, Homestead lost someone near and dear to everyone's hearts, Discipline Secretary Mrs. Ann Matheis. After her 7-month battle with breast cancer, Mrs. Matheis passed away last Thursday. Known for her loving and caring personality, faculty members at Homestead reflected on their memories of Mrs. Matheis.
You know, when you spend so much of your working hours around somebody, they become like family to you, and that's what it was. I know she treated, my boys, like they were family to her. Just a huge heart. You're talking about a person that dedicated years and years of her service to this community for athletics.
She taught me so many things through her battle with cancer. She was always so courageous and always so positive. And one thing that amazed me is that her faith never wavered. She carried that strong until the end. And that taught me a lot about encountering difficulty in life. And she was just a good person who I will always carry a smile for because she always did that for so many people.
A lot of the students who would walk in, many of the students who'd walk into the discipline office, they're not expecting a smiling face or much patience. And she could have a stern word with you, but it was always mixed with enough love that you knew that she was in it for you and it was okay.
She was able to, when they would leave, write them their pass and tell them to have a good day. And I think the students understood that she was genuine, very genuine about it, because she did care about them.
Mrs. Matheis was the Homestead girls' assistant softball coach for more than the last 10 years, forming relationships and bonds with Homestead student athletes that will last a lifetime.
There's one, freshman year, she would always make all the new players come out and the chicken dance would play after the first inning. And we were so embarrassed and we did not want to do it at all. And she would drag us out onto the field and that song would be playing and she would just make us go out in there and dance with us.
One of the things I think a lot of people remember about her are her brownies, and I think that's something that just makes everybody smile. And she made, for people who don't know, the best brownies in the entire world, and she would bring them, I know, to people who helped her in discipline, and then also to the softball team.
She would stand outside the batting cage, and if you missed the ball or had a bad hit, she would say, "I think the goal of hitting is to hit the ball." So she was just really funny and positive.
The thing I'll always remember the most would be a few years ago, in HHS In Depth, we would have these roles where they were kind of comedy or satire bits, And we'd always have Ann Matheis play the exact opposite that she was in real life. So she always came across as somebody mean, but she just relished those roles.
Hey, no running in the hallways!
Corey, what are you doing here?
I got kicked out of class again.
Again?
Yeah.
Sign in, sit down, and shut up. Good grief, Corey. Thought we were done with this. You know what? I am sick to death of this, Corey.
What is a more fitting way to hear a message Mrs. Matheis wanted to pass on to students than hearing that message from Mrs. Matheis herself, recorded from an interview back in October?
No matter what in life, I think it's always best to be kind. You don't know what people are going through, whether it's cancer or something else. If someone needs a helping hand, help them, but kindness will always matter to those who are struggling with life.
Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Austin Render.
Eco Club will be meeting next Tuesday in Mrs. Merkling's room. There's still plenty of the school year left, so it's not too late to join. This is a very important meeting where they will be discussing and planning for the upcoming Earth Day resale fundraiser, so please plan to attend. They'll see you next Tuesday in room 206.
If you are already registered for the HHS Parent Club SAT or ACT practice exam on March 4th, you or your parent should have received an email last week. Please respond in confirmation of your attendance to receive your admission ticket. The deadline to enter is today. Visit their website for more information. That website is www.hhsparentclubfw.com.
There will be a meeting after school today in Senior Peepers class for all students participating in Taste of Homestead. Please have at least one member of your group attend this meeting.
And speaking of a Taste of Homestead, here is reporter Becca Malat to get you caught up on what you can expect at next week's big event.
A Taste of Homestead is back again this year. The foreign language clubs are teaming up with student government to bring cuisine from all over the world to Homestead, spreading culture and delicious food to students.
A Taste of Homestead is a multicultural event that we've been planning the past few years here with collaboration among the foreign language clubs. Essentially what we do is come together as one big entity here to provide different dishes from around the world. We have about 20 different countries represented for this year, so the different groups that are set up will make different dishes from their following countries, and then from there they'll also offer information regarding their countries as well to prepare the general Southwest Allen County community for what the event is really all about.
Getting involved with the Taste of Homestead is simple. Just get in touch with a foreign language teacher or a participating student.
If you want to get involved with Taste of Homestead, the first thing you can do is get in contact with one of the foreign language teachers. And the second thing you can do is get in contact with one of these student council representatives. Anyone is free to come. You don't have to get in contact with anybody for that. Just show up the night of and have a good time.
A Taste of Homestead is a great opportunity for students involved and the students attending because it creates a unique learning environment that expresses the importance of different cultures.
The students who choose to participate in this event benefit from being able to learn about a country that they might not be as familiar with, whether that's doing research to present information to the Fort Wayne community, or also doing some research to be able to prepare a different dish from that country as well. And I would really encourage anybody who's interested in learning a little about these countries and, more importantly, getting out there and eating some great food to come out to Taste of Homestead. It's on February 23rd this year. It's going to take place from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the Homestead cafeteria, and you'll get out and have a great time, be able to eat some amazing food, and hopefully make some new friends in the process as well.
The cafeteria will be open next Thursday at 6 p.m. for students who are interested in attending the celebration of exquisite cuisine from all around the world. For HHS In Depth, I'm Becca Malat.
Homestead's newest political group, Young Progressives, will be having their first call-up meeting today from 2:45 to 3:30 in room 303. They will discuss the club constitution, club goals, elections, and future events. They hope to see you all today at 2:45 in room 303.
Get out and go to the Unity Club on Thursday, February 23rd from 2:45 to 4:15 in the seminar room, room 950. They will be celebrating Black History Month by watching the film A Long Walk Home starring Sissy Spacek and Whoopi Goldberg. Snacks and drinks will be provided.
Get out to Audio Aficionados next Monday after school in room 600B. They will be listening to Neutral Milk Hotel's critically acclaimed album, In the Airplane Over the Sea.
Film Club has rescheduled the movie night for Thursday, February 23rd at 6:15 in the HHS auditorium. They will screen the film Super 8. If you like the Netflix series Stranger Things, you will love Super 8. The movie, soda, and popcorn are free, but please let Mrs. Ricker know if you are coming so they have enough snacks.
And now here's HHS In Depth weatherman Garrett Willis with your 3-day weekend weather forecast.
Hello, Homestead. My name is Garrett Willis, and this is your weekend weather forecast. We are facing a big warm-up this weekend, as today will actually be the coldest day of the 3-day weekend. We will get up to a high of 55 today with a low of 38, as partly cloudy skies will be present throughout the day. Tomorrow will bring some spot-on temperatures as a high of 61 and a low of 41 will be coming, as we will also be looking at sunny skies. Sunday will be another carbon copy of Saturday, as the highs and lows will be identical with sunny skies once again. And your bonus day off will be here on Monday for President's Day, as we will approach a high of 64 degrees with cloudy skies, and this will get near record high temperatures. That was your weekend weather forecast. I'm Garrett Willis. Have a great 3-day weekend, Homestead.
And now it's time for another Sports Corner with Austin Render. Today you'll learn more about our Champions Together team, last week's Girls Regional Championship, and a message from our student section leaders.
Hello, Homestead. I'm Austin Render, back with another edition of the Sports Corner. Tonight will be a special night at Carroll High School. Between the JV and varsity games, the Champions Together team will take the court one final time to take on the Chargers. We want the gym to be a sea of blue, so in order to do so, you can buy a Champions Together t-shirt at lunch today or at the game tonight. This shirt will be the student section theme and your ticket into the game. To learn more about the team, here's a quick promotional video.
Spend time with everybody like Trenton, Tristan, and Kyle, and everybody else.
I like spending time with my friends and all my helpers, especially Madison Holfacker.
I like practicing because I'm trying to get better so I can be on the actual team.
Posted 92, here goes 0. And I hope we beat Carroll. Go Homestead!
Now it's time to check in with our student section leaders, Matt and Liam, with an important message about tonight's big rivalry matchup with Carroll.
Money's the motivation, money's the conversation. You on vacation, we getting paid, so.
What time's the game on Friday?
6:30?
No. Actually, the game starts at 7:30.
Motivation.
Hey, Slim Shady, who do we play on Friday?
Huntington North.
Wrong. No, Slim Shady. The game's at Carroll this week.
Motivation.
We're back after a quick wardrobe change. Mr. Tall Guy, what are you going to wear to the game on Friday?
I don't know. I was probably just going to bust out one of my old gym shirts.
That's not what you're going to wear to the game. Wear your Champions Era t-shirt that you bought at lunch, which doubles as your ticket into the game.
Money's the motivation, money's the conversation. You on vacation, we getting paid, so.
Right now, the athletic office is selling girls basketball semi-state tickets for $8. The second-ranked girls will take on the Northridge Raiders tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Crown Point High School. Here's a hype video from Garrett Willis and Supreet Pabla recapping last weekend's regional championship.
Champions for the third year in a row, 63-59, Homestead. That's a three-peat, and the Spartans are going back to semi-state.
We got a lot of work to do this week. Then we got another big one next week. 1, 2, 3.
And finally, a special congratulations to senior wrestler Blay Rushing, who qualified for state and will be there tonight and tomorrow, competing for a state championship. Good luck to Blay as well as all other Homestead Spartan athletes in action this weekend. That's all for this week's Sports Corner. I'm Austin Render. Have a great weekend, Homestead.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Jessica Walter.
And I'm Kaylee Behrens. Thank you for watching today.
And now here are this week's Pictures of the Week. Congratulations to seniors Sebastian Gonzalez and Ethan Sullivan for having theirs selected today.
To have your photo in the running for Picture of the Week, just email us a high-resolution photo in landscape mode with your name and grade level to hhsindepth@gmail.com.
Today we leave you with a song exclusive to our radio station, the Point 91 FM.
Have a great 3-day weekend, and we'll see you next week.